and let us all do we can to build a better future. Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to laugh? I said to all the people in the front, in the back, watching us live, no matter where you're at in the world, yes, there's war. Yes, there's political instability. Yes, there's financial instability, but you deserve to laugh. And in these trying times, one man got on his bull and said, I'm going to put a smile on everybody's pretty faces. No, it's not a comedian. No, it's not an actor or an actress. Hell, it's not some random TikToker. It's none other than Fat Tony himself. You see, Fat Tony, who's running for President of the United States. Well, he had a little bit of a quandary in Nevada. I know. Nevada, of all places. Cenk Uygur having problems in Nevada? Well, for those who don't know, Cenk Uygur, who is not a naturalized citizen, not born in the United States, is running for president of the United States of America. And look, folks, his book and his network probably aren't doing that too well. Probably not that hot right now. Okay. So he does this. Fat Tony does something like this. Let's talk about it. Progressive pundit Cenk Uygur won't appear on the Nevada primary ballot after altering form. I just got to say this. That interview that Anna did with Cenk was painful to watch. Funny to watch, but I could see that Anna was absolutely uncomfortable. And I'm just going to ask this in the live stream chat. Give me your opinions, your thoughts on this little poll here. But type 1 if you think Anna's going to stick it out with TYT for the long run. Type 2, no, she's going to eventually find her way off because that network is sinking. And let's face it, TYT is sinking. His Justice is Coming book isn't really holding that well. Due Dissidents did a fantastic breakdown about really where his book stands. It's not in the top 10. Spoiler alert, by the way. So let's talk about what Fat Tony did. So progressive commentator Cenk Uygur, a naturalized U.S. citizen born in Turkey, attempted to file for Nevada's Democratic presidential primary by using an altered form that crossed out the words natural born before citizen and changed that because state officials, a change that caused state officials to reject his application. Cenk, I can hear Jimmy Dore either laughing in the background or and we've all seen that meme before of Jimmy Dore just shaking his head quietly, like. Because when I see this, I just gotta say this: you altered the form, and I actually have the form present before all of you to see for yourselves. But again, it's like this man is a clown. After what they did to him when he was running for Congress, because TYT had to fill up and be afloat without him when he was doing that run. And I remember when Anna asked Cenk if he was ever going to run again, and he said no, and she said, oh, thank God. The clown can't keep himself consistent. Cenk is the bull-shiter. Continuing on, Cenk's intention to challenge President Joe 30330 for the Democratic nomination was first reported by reporter Ben Jacobs last week. David Weigel also reported at the time that the founder and host of the progressive news channel and commentary program, The Young Turks, was preparing to file for the 2024 Nevada primary. As of the close of the candidate filing on Monday, Biden will face off against self-help author Marianne Williamson, who's also a grifter on a book tour. What is it with these people running in the Democratic Party and promoting their fantastic freaking books? And 12 other largely unknown candidates in the state's February presidential primary. So there's 12 other people. Marianne Williamson and these 12 other people. What are you doing? Stop being stupid. Get help. Fat Tony, who immigrated from Turkey to the U.S. in 1978, has said he believes that the Constitution's requirements to qualify for the president, that a person be a natural-born citizen, would not disqualify him from running. He said he believed the case would end up being decided by the U.S. Supreme Court. So not only is this big brain moron actually running for president in the Democratic Party, which is rigged because the DNC admitted that their primaries are rigged because they're a private institution, and even if said opponent beats the establishment candidate pick, the DNC has within its legal right to say we don't respect the results, and they also have a thing called superdelegates. Why are you wasting your time? He's due for a meltdown. Get ready for a Cenk Uygur meltdown. When Jimmy Dore first said it way back like 2 years ago, I think during Forced to Vote, when the meltdown happens, it's going to be priceless, it's going to be funny, and it's going to be very uncomfortable to watch all at the same time. It'll be mixed emotions because this man is making himself a clown. Because if you're running for president, but then also bringing this up to the Supreme Court, for those of you who deal with legal issues or have dealt with legal issues in the past, hey, those court systems, they move pretty freaking slow. Supreme Court ain't going to jump to its toes because Fat Tony said, hey, I'm running for president. So again, let's continue on. That differs from typical legal interpretations of the clause, which have described it as meaning someone who was a U.S. citizen at birth without needing to go through a naturalized process. Cenk Uygur filed to run on October 11th, but on his declaration of candidacy, crossed out references to the Constitution's qualifications for the president clause and replaced natural born with handwritten naturalized citizen. You're not that special. Did you think you were going to lift up Olympus by doing that, Cenk? And that the person looking at these documents were going to say, oh, well, it's Cenk Uygur. He crossed out that word. No, they're going. Here's what they're going to do. Here's what they're going to do. All right, just bear with me, folks. I got a piece of paper I got to get. There we go. I haven't done this in a while. They looked at this piece of paper with Cenk's writing on it. They looked at it again. That's what they did. Caught in real time. Giving me my Academy Award. State election officials rejected the application, citing state law that requires candidates to file a declaration of candidacy in the form prescribed by the Secretary of State. Though state officials informed Uygur's campaign of the improper filing the following day, Uygur did not submit his candidacy forms again prior to the close of the presidential primary filing period on Monday, October 16th. So you won't be on the ballot in Nevada, Cenk. He's having something go on. He's got the crazy going on in his head. He's not going to be crazy, haha. He's going to be crazy, uh-oh. Asked about Uygur's candidacy and screening candidates during a call with reporters on Thursday, Secretary of State Cicero Arguella said, as long as the application in the form that we have available is completed and they meet all qualifications of that form, they will fill it out appropriately. They qualify for the ballot. Uygur, 53, ran for Congress in 2020 in California's 25th district, finishing in fourth place overall. A measly fourth place. A pathetic fourth place. So look here. You guys got to see it for yourself. This is the declaration right here. All right. County of Carson. Here's Cenk's writing. For the Democratic Party, president of, get this, these United States, Cenk Uygur. And that's what he did right there. Cross that out. Naturalized. Yeah. Yep, that's it. Wrote it all. That's what he wrote. This is a sign of someone who is due for having a complete burnout. Not only did his fantastic book fail miserably, and plus it's really late, because how many years ago was it when Cenk Uygur said he's going to write a book? You know, it took him some time. Hell, I thought George R.R. Martin was going to finish Winds of Winter before Cenk Uygur ever wrote his book. So, all right, there you go. There you go. But here we go. This is a guy who's running for president and does something this childish. So here's his plans, Uygur's plans, legal actions to secure the ballot access. In an interview Friday morning, Fat Tony described the state laws as unconstitutional. They're the laws of the land, Cenk. Seriously, Johnny Boy, Idarola, Anna Banana Kasparian. You two got to sit Fat Tony down and just tell him that he's acting completely stupid. And he's basically making the network TYT look like a clown show. But it already is. But what happened with his filing is exactly what we expected, and in a sense, what we want, because he wants to educate the issue of his qualifications through the courts. Well, good luck. He pointed to the 14th Amendment, which describes all persons born or naturalized in the U.S. as citizens and protects the privileges and immunities of citizens as the reason for his belief that he is qualified for the president, despite the requirements listed in Article 2. Uygur also said he is still considering which state to pursue litigation in and declined to say for certain whether Nevada would be one of them. Well, good news for Nevada. They were the first, so they're batter up. So in a sense, they volunteered to get sued. This is a man who once led progressive media. This is somebody who had at a time the largest, most successful platform. It is now becoming completely irrelevant at this point in time. This is somebody whose career is going down the toilet in real time because he decided to hitch his apple cart to the Democrat donkey. And this all happened with the failure of the Bernie Sanders campaign in 2016, when he more or less sided with the DNC, even after they committed election fraud against Bernie Sanders. Cenk Uygur then, using all his big brain tactics, took $20 million of Katzenberg cash. And at the same time, too, got rid of all the other entertainment channels that weren't news off his platform, thus trying to boost his career up even further. And since then, TYT has been on that decline and has been a roadblock to many progressives and independents that actually want to bring in change. Cenk Uygur used his platform to help create the Justice Democrats, who just became just Democrats. Progressive heavyweights and politicians don't even go on a show anymore. That's how sad TYT was, or is right now. At a time, they were the best. They were the only game in town. Now no more. Now irrelevant. Cenk Uygur emphasized that his push to qualify was a fight on behalf of 25 million naturalized citizens in the country who he described as being treated as second-class citizens. The main reason Uygur is running for president, he said, is because he believes Biden, the presumed Democrat nominee, would lose, and that former President Donald Trump, who is so far polling ahead of his Republican challengers, is a fascist. Oh, my goodness. Yes, Trump is a fascist. Yeah. He keeps on saying the same thing over and over again about Trump. This is not a serious person. Crossing out naturalized. Crossing out Section 1, Clause 5 of Article 2. Guess what? Maybe there will be a time when you could change that law. Not now, and you don't have the resources to do that. Cenk, after looking at this documentary, there's only one thing that can be said, or this entire document, looking at this whole entire campaign of yours, there's only one thing that can be said about you running in the Democratic Party against Biden, knowing full well that the DNC commits election fraud and does everything it can to uphold the establishment pick. There's only one word for you, and that is oof, 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 oof. It's a clown show, and we all deserve to laugh, as we should.